Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Broom Brothers, the official podcast of the curling group and the Grand Slam of Curling. And I am very pleased to be joined today doing her first ever English podcast interview, feeling very blessed. The skip of the Grasshopper Curling Club curling team, Xenia Schwaller, is here. Hi, Xenia.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm really well. I'm feeling very lucky to have you on the show. You're, you're like an international curling superstar, and I feel like I'm getting you on the cusp of stardom. Do I get to be your first English interview on a pod?
That's right. Yeah.
Feels amazing. Okay, Xenia, I start every episode with the top four. These are just like four quick questions I'm going to ask you, and then you're going to give me
Uh-huh.
the first answer that pops into your head. Okay.
Okay.
All right. If you are on a flight of only curlers, like a long flight, and you have to be in a middle seat, which two curlers do you want to be sitting beside that are not on your team?
Oh, let's go with Yannick and with um Jesus. Benoit.
Oh, sure. Okay. Just picking Swiss people so you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
speak your own and your cousin. That feels
Yeah.
a little bit like cheating. I should have been a little bit more
Okay.
strict about that, but that's okay. I like Yannick and Benoit, so that's fine. What is your favorite curling club to play in that's not your home club?
Um, I do like Oakville.
Very nice club. Who is the driver on your curling team and why?
Mm, Let's go with my lead. She's very responsible. I can trust her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good driver.
Yeah, she's a good driver.
Okay, that's good. Would you rather win the mixed doubles Olympic gold or a world championship in
Oof,
fours?
that's a tough question.
Good.
Let's go with World Championship.
Wow. Okay. Most people are saying that, which I find very interesting. But, I mean, you've got the team, you're working hard.
Yeah.
I get it. Let's go back to the beginning because I feel like a lot of curling fans are just getting familiar with you as you continue to have success on the world stage. Tell me about how you started.
Mm.
Obviously, I know your dad was a big curler, bronze medalist back in 2002 before you were born, which is really brutal for an old man like me to say. But how did you get started in Switzerland? What does starting curling in Switzerland look like?
So, most players start like with the little rocks. Um, that's what I did as well. I started quite late when I was around 10. Um, I wasn't really interested in playing curling in the beginning because I can remember being in the curling rink with my parents, watch them practice, and I was just not interested at all. And then Yannick, he started curling. He also started quite late. And then I saw him playing nationals and world juniors, and that's how I got more interested. And then I started, yeah, with the Little Rocks, and then I got into juniors after like 2, 3 years. Yeah, that's how I started.
So your parents being into it had no effect on you whatsoever, but your older cousin
Oh,
being into it, you're
yeah.
like, okay, this is cool now.
Yeah, somehow I really wasn't interested at all because of my parents, and then I saw him doing it, and somehow I was interested, yeah.
Now, so you didn't like it, but then once you started doing it, did you take to it right away or did it kind of take a little bit? Like at what point did you decide like I really want to be good at this?
So I remember we played the nationals with the Little Rocks, and that was like a mixed team, and there I played third, and I was the only girl on the team, um, and I started to be like so into it. I don't know, like on the ice, I was super nervous all the time, and I really got that I want to win feeling. And then I remember we won the nationals, like the Swiss championship, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like I really thought it was like the biggest deal. And yeah, I think that's where it catched me and I started to realize like, yeah, I wanna play curling. Yeah.
So how old are you at this time?
12.
So within 2 years, you won a Swiss national championship.
Yeah, we did.
That's pretty
With the little
impressive.
rocks.
I'm surprised. So Switzerland has a Little Rocks national championship because we
Yeah.
definitely do not have that in Canada.
No, we do, and we even had like, so Switzerland is obviously a very small country, but we had a lot of players in that league. Like we even had like for each part of Switzerland, like the French speaking part, we had a league there, German speaking part. It was quite a big thing. We had a lot of players, yeah.
That's wild. I guess maybe it's just like Canada's too big. Like you can't really
Yeah.
send your like 10-year-olds to a Little Rocks national
No.
championship and the flight's like 4 hours away or whatever.
No. Like when we travel to the other part of the country, it's like 3 hour drive. So
Right, right. Do you
it's
speak do you
fine.
speak French also?
A little bit. We learned it in school.
Okay.
I also went to a boarding school for half a year where I learned French. But it's not very good. Like when I go to to the French part, I talk English with them.
Gotcha. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not that good at French either, so it's fine. And I also
Yeah.
learned it in school. Doesn't make me good at it though.
No.
I do want to ask about your family. We've talked about Yannick already.
Mhm.
So your sister is Zoe. Obviously, your cousin is Yannick. York Xenia. Was the XYZ thing planned?
No, I don't think so.
Because I feel like I've never met a family where they have an XYZ
I
in a
know,
row like
right?
that.
But Yannick is quite a common name back home.
Sure.
So is Zoe and Xenia actually as well. Like, well, it's not the
I
most
don't think
common,
Xenia is very common, is it?
but back home we have like for sure m more people back home are named Xenia than over here because nobody here can pronounce my name. But
Right. How am I
back
doing so
home,
far? No, no good.
no, like Canadians have a hard time to pronounce the X. It's like
Didn't
they
I
put
just
an E in front of the X, or they just say it with an S, but it's Xenia, and most Canadians say like Xenia or
right?
Xenia,
But was I
but
not
it's
saying Xenia? Like, is that not right?
it's pretty good. It's
Okay.
it's pretty good.
I mean, I don't have a German accent at all. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
learning here.
yeah. It's actually a Greek name.
True. But
Yeah,
then you give it like a Swiss German kind of
yeah,
accent.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It is a very like it's a cool name. It's a very cool name. I feel like getting to have your first initial being X is very cool.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but now I like my name. Yeah,
I think every kid hates their name though at some point.
that's true. Yeah,
Why'd you have to give me a name that starts with X?
yeah,
No one else has this name.
yeah.
Yeah. I looked it up. I think it's like 0.01% of the world's population is named Xenia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's low. It's very low.
Yeah, it's very low. That's
And
true.
in Russia and stuff, they actually spell it like
Yeah,
KS, like
KS.
Xenia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
I'm going
Yeah.
to learn. Like, I'm going to get better. I think as I commentate more and I say your name more, I think I'll eventually get better at it.
No, it's much better because in the beginning you just said senior,
Oh,
but now,
you're keeping tabs on me.
Yeah.
How am I doing with the rest of your team? I feel like they're all pretty easy, I think.
Yeah, you just like Fabienne, you just say it the English way you say Fabienne, but we say Fabienne.
Fabian. Oh, okay.
Fabienne, genau. And
Because to us, Fabian would be like a guy's name. Like that's how we, like if
with
someone's
A, yeah, like when we
yeah,
go to Starbucks and she says her name is Fabienne, they always give her the with the A.
yeah,
But that's a guy's name. Yeah,
Fabian. Yeah.
yeah. And
Okay, so it's
Selena
just
is
Fabian,
quite.
not Fabienne.
No, it's Fabienne. Yeah,
Fabian. Okay, I'll
yeah,
get that. That's
yeah,
easy. And then
yeah.
the rest, I think I'm good. Goffner,
Se
Riekiger,
yeah, you just
Selena.
say it. the English way, like especially the last names. We wouldn't say governor, we say governor and
Gofner.
Richiger.
Oh, well, I got no chance on
Yeah,
that one.
that's how we say
Richiger.
Richiger.
See, we just like the we're not good at the
Yeah, yeah, we have a lot of.
yeah.
It's quite an aggressive language.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
okay, let's get this train back on the rails. I don't need you to teach
yeah.
me how to broadcast. But you mentioned to me off air that the first podcast you ever did was with your dad, talking
Yeah.
about dads and daughters in sport, and also your sister at times this year has been your fifth. What's it like having your family around? Your dad's coaching, your sister's fifth. Tell me about that.
So it's already the fourth season with my dad as a coach. Like when we built this team, he got our coach. So we work with him since the very beginning. For sure, in the beginning, we had like to find some ways, how to make it work. I think my teammates also kind of had to find out how to handle it. Like when they weren't too happy about something with me, how can they talk about it with him? Because he's also my dad. But we really found a good way to handle that. Right now, like I really like having him around. I mean, before he was my coach, I already talked to him about curling. He held the broom for me in training. So now really nothing changed except of he's with us, like actually at the tournaments. And yeah, the team chemistry is really good with him. Yeah, and with my sister, we had her as alternate at World Juniors. Um, that was just the thought behind it was she knows my team very well because she also spends time with them when they're at my house or she was on a holiday with my third Selena and me in New York. So they all know each other and she was in Niskio because it was her 18th birthday and I was away for over 7 weeks and that was here. So yeah, we thought let's bring her to the slam, and it was really cool. Yeah, but I like having them around. Yeah,
18th birthday in Alberta, that's the
yeah,
drinking birthday. Was
yeah.
that kind of the reason for that? What's
No,
okay, I was going to say what's the drinking age in Switzerland? Do you even have one? I feel like in Europe babies just drink, it's fine.
um, beer and I think wine is 16,
Okay.
and the rest is 18. Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't that cool.
No, no, nothing changes except of her being allowed to drive and paying taxes, which is not very cool.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that's not cool at
Yeah.
all. That sucks. That sucks for
Yeah.
sure. So you're saying that your teammates they'll talk shit about you to your dad. They're like comfortable being like, "Yeah, Xenia sucks and I got to get this off my chest."
Um, I would say so, like especially when they are not too happy with me, like I don't know if I was rude on the ice or whatever. I think like they first would talk to him, and I don't think they really hold back with that, which is good. Um, and yeah.
I love it. I mean, let's talk about your team because
Yeah.
you kind of got together with this group of four not really that long ago, just about 3 years ago now, and
Yeah.
it seemed like it kind of clicked right away. I mean, you had a great run at the 2023 World Juniors. Obviously, you win the 2024 World Juniors undefeated. You're the first junior team to qualify outright for a slam. There wasn't like you didn't need the Champions Cup or whatever to get in there. So I mean, you kind of had success with the team almost instantly. Talk to me about the mix on your team and how it's worked so well so fast.
Mm-hmm. So my three teammates, they all live in the same village. They actually went to elementary school together. Like they know each other since they were little kids, and they all started playing curling together. And I think after like 10 years or so, they separated. My third went to a different team, Selena, and the front end stick together. And then I got asked from the front then from Fabian and Selena if I want to play with them. That was the COVID season 2020. And yeah, the season, like we couldn't play too much. And after that season, I got asked from my third, because she was on the national team, if I want to come and play with her team because they needed someone because of a player that aged out. So I switched teams again. And then we won the Swiss nationals together, Selena and I, in 2022, I think. And after that, we needed new players again because again of the age. And then we asked them to come into our team, and we already qualified for Worlds. So then we started playing together. We had a lot of meetings. We needed the coach, so we asked Andy, my dad, and yeah, we prepared for, like we discussed what our goals are, and we were all like talking about the same thing, which was very important. I feel like, especially in juniors, it's quite important to know if it's something that you can plan as a team for the next few years, or if it's just for the next year and then will stop again. But they all had the same goals, which was good. And then yeah, we started playing on the women's tour. I think we won in the first season three events, I think, which was a big deal for us. Like we thought, wow, that's so good.
It
And
is so
then
good. It is. Everyone else thought that too.
and then we went to World Juniors. I think we're kind of the favorites, for sure, with Sweden and Japan. And we had a great week. We won all round robin games, then lost the semi to Japan, lost the bronze game to Norway, which was tough. Um, yeah, that wasn't fun. And 1.5 weeks after, we had to play nationals again to qualify for the next Worlds. So not a big break, but we won it again. And then the season after that was like the breakthrough season, I guess. We won another four tour titles, I think. We climbed the rankings from like 40 to, in the end of the season, 12th. Um, we qualified for the players, which was so surreal. Like we didn't make any other slam, but we made the players.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too
Like,
often.
yeah, we won World Juniors unbeaten again, which was like the main goal for the season. Um, yeah, and now this is our second full season um, on the women's side. Um, we were able to stay in the top, I don't know, top 12 for the last 2 years, which is great. And now we had a great start to the season again. Yeah, so it's going really well. We always work on a lot of things. We have more goals, that's for sure. So yeah, it's going great. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I want to talk about that a little bit because you are so young. And I wanted to ask, you said you're working all the time. Like, how much of the technical side of the game are you still working on? Because I think when we think about older teams, it's people who have been playing for so long, they've probably been sliding a certain way forever. But like I
Mhm.
noticed this year, for example, like Fabian changed her slide. She had her broom on her back. Now it's on the ice. Like, how much of the technical side of the game are you still kind of working on developing all the time?
Um, Quite a lot. We work a lot on our technique. We started this season super early. We started in June because we wanted to change our technique. Yeah, as you mentioned, Fabian, she put down the broom on the ice because it helped her with the line. I don't push the rock as much as I used to. I have a softer release, and we all worked on a lot of things, especially how much we want to activate the rock, and that's what we worked on the whole summer. So from June until like beginning of August, that's all we worked on, and then we got to shot making, and now it's like we don't have that much practice as we did in the summer, obviously, because we play a lot of tournaments, but we always have like technical updates in practice because we feel like it's very important for us. As you mentioned, we are still young and we didn't really have like our slide that we are known for yet. Like we need to find out what that is, and we always try to see how much effect we have with the sweeping, depending on how much we activate the rock. So yeah, we work a lot on that, and yeah.
By activate, you mean rotations
The movement you
or
do
more the
with
push?
the push, like how
Yeah.
much you activate it with the release. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, last year you probably threw more rotations than almost any skip, I would say.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that was planned. That was the way you were doing it. But now you're a little less. I don't. You don't have to reveal any like state secrets here. But was that a conscious like maybe I do need to throw a little less just to get more out of the rocks?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I wanted less rotation, especially on the intern. My intern was
It was a bit of a helicopter at times, for
it
sure.
was a
Yeah.
helicopter, yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. It's much better now. I worked a lot on it. It was a little bit too much last season. Like it was almost too much that you couldn't really control in the end what the rock did, you know? Like I feel like sometimes it's been a little too much in the end, which we didn't want. Um, but now this season it's very consistent. Like we all have between 5.5 and 6 rotation between hawk and hawk, which is what we look for. That's what we believe in. And yeah.
Love it. Love it. Tell me about the sweeping because I feel like I've been I've been talking about this quite a bit, but I want to hear it from you. I really do think the Selenas, for me, are a top three sweeping pair on the women's side of the game. I think they're exceptionally good. Tell me a little bit about them just as sweepers and what kind of stuff they're working on to continue to get better at sweeping. Because it feels for me, even from last year, when I already thought they were good, I think they're even better this year.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I think they are a great sweeping duo. I think they're a little bit underrated, actually.
Not for me anymore. They're
Yeah.
rated. They're rated for me. But I did say that. I had an Instagram story this week where I said I think they are the most underrated sweepers.
Yeah. No, they are great. Like I think that's for sure also a reason why we improved so much from last year to this season, because they are able to hold the rocks so straight or make a curl when they have to. They work a lot in the gym, obviously. With we all have personal trainers. They worked a lot on that this summer, and also the technique. They always try and find new things to do with the broom. I always hear them talking about it, and they ask me, "What do you think of that?" And I'm like, "Oh, no
I'm
idea.
a
Try it
lifetime
out."
skip. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
try it. I will tell you what I think about it. Um, no, it's great. They always try to find new ways, which is very important, I think. I mean, the best thing to do is to try it out and see what the effect is, I guess. And but also Fabian, actually, my vice, she's quite a good sweeper.
Agreed.
So so yeah, I'm very lucky to have 3 good sweepers on the team. It makes life much easier.
I mean, I guess it helps being 6 feet tall also, or 6 foot
Yeah,
one. I mean, I feel like
yeah,
Selena Riekiger is taller than me, and I'm 6 feet.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
do you believe in that? Like, I've heard from people that they're kind of saying like the new thing in sweeping is height. Like, you kind of just do have to be tall on some level. Like, do you see that making a difference as well?
Uh, not really. Like I think it helps you, but I feel like it's a technique because there are also smaller sweepers on the tour which are amazing. Like Bobby and Hammy, they're not super tall, but like they're the best sweepers, I think. And then for sure, Amos, he's
A
massive,
giant. Yeah.
but he's also a very good sweeper. So I think it's more about the technique than about the height. But for sure, like weight and the height combination helps you. But then if you really have the right technique, you can do so much with the rock. I think it's hard to explain. You just need to look at it. I mean, Bobby Lammy, what he does with the rock, like with the sweeping, it's insane. Yeah, yeah,
The chicken
exactly. Like,
wing. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know how he does it. I actually just
I
hurt
don't know
myself
either.
just doing that
Yeah.
right now for 2 seconds, but I am 40, so that's kind of how I expect things to go for me these days. Now I want to ask you about this because I talked to you about this earlier this year, but you guys, you play like a crazy amount. You were away from Switzerland for 6 full weeks. You played a spiel every weekend or week. Like there was 2 slams in there that go a week long. Talk to me about that, because I feel like other than the Asian teams who also play a lot, but their season also starts in June and yours starts in
Mhm.
August. Like, is this a conscious choice? Like, do you think playing this much helps you? Because I think there's a lot of debate on both sides. Like we see Brad Gushue, he's like, well, this is an Olympic trials year. I'm going to play as little as possible. And
Mhm.
you're on the other end, you're like, we're going to play. I think last year you played 18 events or something like that, like just a crazy amount. Talk to me about how you decide on your schedule. Do you think it helps you to play that much? Like what's the theory behind your insane schedule?
Mhm. Yeah, so I think every team has to decide what they want to focus on. Like for us as a young team, like points are never guaranteed. Like it's not guaranteed that we qualify in every slam that like we did so far.
It is
Um
now. It is now. No, I'm just kidding.
like and so we were just kind of looking at the events, and we were thinking about like when we qualified there and there and there about the points that we need, to stay in the slams, qualify for the players. That's how we decided on that schedule. And now this season with the Olympic year, that the slams are so close to each other, like always like a 2 or 3 week break between it. It wasn't really worth it to fly back home for us when we got here in September. So we just stayed for like over 7 weeks, which obviously is a long time. That's the longest we've been away ever from home. But yeah, we just thought we want to play a lot to make sure we get the points that we need. Um, and so far it paid off. Um, yeah, I mean, playing that much also means you don't get to practice as much, which is like, but our peak will be in February with the nationals, and what we will do is we practice before that more, because with the Olympics there's also like a little bit of a break with the tournaments. So we get a lot of practice in February, and now it's more about playing as much as possible. As you said, a little bit like the Asian teams. Yeah, but I mean, look at the Asian teams. They're in the ranking top 10 are like 6 Asian teams. So what they do works, I guess. And yeah, we try to do something similar. Yeah.
So you're saying eventually, once you maybe feel a little more confident that you'll be qualifying more often than not, you'd like to play a little bit less to have a little bit more opportunity to practice.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
nice. Now, speaking of playing in a bunch of events, I had talked about this on Broom Brothers earlier this year, and I also tweeted about this. I kind of thought that your team was one that was poised to break out this season. You had such a good year last year on curling club ice. Like it was like every time you were playing in a curling club, you were a favorite to win. I think you won 5 events last year. You were in the playoffs in all the curling club events, but then obviously, not to bring up bad memories, but you had 7 slams in a row where you didn't make the playoffs and you couldn't
Yeah.
seem like you just couldn't quite figure it out at the slams, but then you would beat some of those slam teams on curling club ice. So I'm curious, what was the sort of, obviously this year it's gone great. You've qualified in every slam. You've made the semis in the last 2. What has been kind of the difference this year, do you think, in terms of, now you're starting to put it together on arena ice and you're starting to have the results at the slams that you've been looking for?
hmm I think it's a technical part that I already mentioned. We are just more accurate, and also the strategy. Um, we try to adapt it a little bit, play a little bit smarter, um, if I'm honest.
I mean, I called a
Um,
few of your games last year where,
yeah,
yeah, I mean,
yeah, yeah.
there was some work to be done.
Exactly. That's what we worked on in the summer. And I feel like now we just call, or I call, an easier game. Obviously more shots are made too, so that helps. But for sure it's like the technical part and strategy and just more confidence. We played so many rocks this summer. Yeah, with that much practice in the summer, we just felt more confident in the beginning of the season, and that helped us. Yeah.
I love it. Now I want to focus a little bit on, actually, no, let me ask you this strategy wise. You brought John Epping on this year. He's been kind of a consultant for you. As you said, your dad's been coaching you the last 4 years. Talk to me about John. Has he had a role in this sort of strategy discuss? Is that kind of his role on the team, or how is he kind of fit in? What is he doing for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Strategy, communication, that's what he really helps us. And he knows so much about the game. And it's very cool because sometimes he plays on that sheet and the game after he sits on the bench. And so he can help us so much because he knows exactly how the sheet is running. He knows everything about the rocks. He knows the opponents of us really well because he has watched so many curling games. He's been around for so long. So for sure, strategy and communication is like the two main things that he worked on with us. Also in the summer already, we had a few meetings with him and then practices in early September. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I just have a few more. I want to know what's the deal with the military stuff, because
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I see you curling, and then when you're not curling, all of a sudden I see pics on Instagram and you're all wearing like full military fatigues, garb, whatever. Like, tell me about the whole military thing. What is that? Do you have to do that? Is that I know in some European countries you have to do military service. Like, tell me about it.
So in Switzerland, only for the men, as soon as they turn 18, they have to do service for like I think it's like half a year, and then they need to come back and do like some service every year until they turn 30 or whatever. It takes literally forever. It's quite complicated.
Okay.
For us, for the female, it's not mandatory, but what we have, the military kind of does a sponsorship program for athletes.
Okay.
So twice a year, 70 athletes can go to the military if they get accepted. Like you actually need to apply for it, and only if you get accepted. So it's one summer military training and one winter, and we did it in the winter. So how it works is we were in the military base, which is also the Swiss National Sports Base, which is in Macklingen. Um, and what we did is we lived there for 13 weeks um, in like in a double room. And um, how you can imagine it is there's like so many sports facilities for like swimming, athletics, gym, everything that you can imagine. And we lived up there, and what we did the whole day is practice. So
Okay. They have a
that's
curling
it.
rink there?
They have a curling rink there. It's
Oh,
like a
no way.
15-minute drive. It's our
Okay.
national center.
Okay.
So you do 3 weeks of a basic program from the military.
Sure.
So like but we were away for 2 weeks of those 3 weeks. So yeah, we didn't do
Right.
too much like in the
Okay.
military. What we did once is we had to go on like a 15-kilometer not walk,
Okay.
a hike. And
Yeah.
we
With
had
the
to sleep
big
out.
like pack on your back and
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
And sleep outside for a night. That's like the maximum we did. That comes even close to the regular military
Sure.
program. And those were like the first 3 weeks where you had like some just training courses about the military. And after that, you were a full-time athlete. We were living in Macklingen. We were sleeping there from Monday to Friday, and you had free food, massage, physio, doctors, training facilities, like everything you can imagine. It's like for athletes, it's really the dream up there because you can just focus on training. And that's what we did for 13 weeks, and you get paid for that from the military. And what we have now is until we're done with our career, we can um, do 130 days a year for the Swiss military. So right now, we are all in service and we all get paid for what we do now. Um, and when we are back home, we can always go up to the training base, like to the sports base, and we can live there again, have free food, massage, doctors, everything that we need. And yeah, so until we're done with our career, we can do that for 130 days a year, which is for us so great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unreal. I mean, I guess is the only drawback that like if Switzerland goes to war in the middle of it, then you get a call at the Red Deer Curling Club. Hey, get over here. We gotta fight.
We don't really know what
They haven't
our
really told you that part yet.
no, no, we don't really know what our job would be. I mean, for sure we would have to help in some way, but they
Sure.
wouldn't send us to war, I think, because we don't have the, we didn't do the program, but so
Right.
I don't really know, but yeah,
I'm mostly kidding. I think Switzerland I've heard is sort of famous for their neutrality. I think you'll be
exactly.
I
Yeah,
think you'll be
yeah,
just fine.
yeah.
Uh, now, I've got two more. I want to talk about your, um, I guess for lack of a better word, your like on ice persona. Like when in the game, like you're very stoic. You're very cool. You're calm. I'll say this: last year when I started working for the Slams, I was a little bit scared of you. You're just the way you are on the ice, and you're very serious. But then off the ice, it's very kind of you're very loose. We've gotten to know each other a little bit over the last year or so, and yeah, just like on this pod, you like to joke around or whatever. Is the way you act on the ice, is that like conscious? Or is it just like there's something about curling just gets you into that mindset? Like, tell me a little bit about the difference between on ice Xenia and off ice.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. A lot of people tell me that on the ice I'm kind of cold and I don't know.
I didn't say cold. I
I,
didn't say cold. I said cool.
yeah, but yeah, no, no, you're right. I don't really know. It's kind of a switch as soon as I step on the ice. And then when I get off the ice, I don't know, like I like to talk to people, joke around and also with my team. But on the ice, I don't know, something puts me in that mood that I'm just, I don't know, very focused. Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with you. And I also, yeah, I get told a lot that I look kind of, I don't know, kind of mean on the ice because,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was a little
yeah,
scared. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I'm starting to get to know you. I think the first time we talked last year was in St. John's, and I was
Hmm.
like, I don't even know if she likes me. I don't even know what's going on here.
No, it has nothing to do with you. It's, I
No,
don't
I
really
love it.
know.
I love it. I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
great. I mean,
yeah.
I'm a big fan, obviously. I just yeah, I just didn't know if that was like a conscious thing or it's just the way you've kind of always been, I guess.
No, it's been like that since I can remember. Actually, it got a lot better. I feel like I smile more on the ice
Okay.
than I did back then, especially in juniors. I was kind of serious. Yeah, it got a lot better now. But yeah, still very focused. But yeah, yeah.
I love it. Okay, last one. Every time I have someone on the pod, I try to, like dig up stuff about them that, they would be surprised to be asked about. So I
Mhm.
wanted to ask you, I hear you have two nicknames. I kind of want to ask you about both of them. So the first one, and I don't even, can you tell me what Gabi means?
Grappy.
Gabi, yes.
Yeah, that's my lead. Selena, she calls me Grappy. Because there was a time when she walked past me because I'm so small and she kind of looks down on me. She
Yeah.
did this on my head, and in Switzerland, this means grappella. And so she started calling me Grappi. I didn't even know that you know about that. How do you
I know
know about that?
everything. I know everything.
Oh, yeah. So my team started to call me Grappi. Yeah.
So what's the translation of that? Like it's like a head
It's
scratch or something?
yeah, it's like scratching, but like a cute way of scratching.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
And so then this is sort of like your nickname, like because the Selenas are way taller than you, and so you're just
Yeah.
kind of like a little.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. And then I heard the other nickname you have, and this is more military related, but I heard that they call you the pizzaiolo.
Did my team tell you this?
I can't tell you that.
So in the military, we always had to wear that kind of hat. It's called
Yeah.
pere. In That's how we call
Yeah,
it in
we'd
the
call it
military.
beret, a beret.
Yeah, exactly. And I always wore it the wrong way. Like I didn't really put it down well enough. So I always had it like just on my head. And the military guy that was in charge of us, he always called me pizzaiolo and that I have to put it down the right way. And I never wanted to because, it messed up the hair and I just looked like, ugh. And I never liked it. So I got called pizzaiolo.
So he was calling you the pizza chef because the way you
Yeah,
wore the hat made you look
yeah,
like a pizza chef.
yeah. Which wasn't a good thing in the military.
I did
Yeah.
see a picture of you and your team together, and at first I was like, oh, it can't be that noticeable. And then I saw a picture of you and your team, and the Selenas and Fabian are wearing it. Fabian is wearing it exactly the way you would think, and yours does look kind of funny.
I know,
It's definitely just looks like it's kind of sitting on top of your head.
Yeah, I never wore it the right way.
Wouldn't
Shame
the
on me.
military get mad at you if you're like, hey, it's because I don't want to
Yeah,
mess up
yeah.
my hair? It feels like they
No.
would be like, shut up,
Yeah.
pig, or
They always
whatever
called
they
me
say.
out. They always told me fix it. Yeah. Yeah. Oops.
I love it. Well, maybe that's your future after curling. Maybe you will be a
Pizzaiolo?
pizza chef. Yeah,
Maybe. Why
could
not?
be. Who knows? Exactly. Well, thank you, Xenia. So great to have you on the show. Your first ever English pod interview. I think it went great. I hope you feel good about it too.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I love it. Well, thanks everybody for listening. If you want to watch a video of this podcast, it's available on YouTube. You can follow us on all the social media platforms at the Broom Brothers, and Robbie and I will be back next week with a recap of Lake Tahoe and a preview of the Canadian Olympic trials. You won't want to miss it. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.